embedded into the American culture. We watch, play, and live it every day we can. It has affected our daily lives, but has it done more bad than good to those who enjoy playing these games? In 2014, over 60,000 injuries were caused by football, the second leading sport for sports-related injuries for the ages 13 to 17, right behind basketball. Many sources say that high school athletes are at a greater risk for injuries than the professionals.
I'm Blake Cochran and I play football.
I'm Haley Salinas and I'm on the Reedy High School Sapphires.
I'm Cameron Potts and I play football.
I'm Megan Kayaka and I play tennis.
What influenced you to become a trainer?
I guess I got hurt in high school and we didn't have an athletic trainer at my school, so I went to a different school district that had one and it seemed like it was interesting, so it kind of sparked the interest.
All right, and what are the most common injuries you see?
Ankles, knees, typically, and that can be a sprained ankle, sprained knee, or ACL. I mean, it can be all kinds of whatever.
All right, and what is the most valuable thing you've gotten out of being a trainer?
Most valuable thing? Probably relationships. I like being around the kids. I like being around sports, and kind of what got me interested in the first place was being in sports, and seems to go hand in hand. So.
All right, and do you feel there should be more safety restrictions in sports and to lessen that possibility of injuries, and if so, what?
I would say no.
No.
I mean, they already have enough safeguards as it is. Injuries are going to happen. And if you do with all the injuries, I wouldn't have a job, so.
All right, thank you.
That's it.
These athletes are dedicated and hardworking. They continue to play their sport no matter what obstacle they face. Even those who face severe injuries don't give up as an athlete. They continue to work hard for the thing that they love to do.
Action.
How were you injured?
I was injured in a dance class that I was taking at Next Step Dance at Performing Arts Center.
What happened?
I was doing a high kick class and basically I was doing some fan kicks and then I kind of just like in some pain and then I was like, this isn't good.
What was the recovery process like from your standpoint?
I had sprained 4 things. I'd sprained my hip flexors and my adductors. And it was basically a 4-week recovery process. It took about 3 weeks of physical therapy, and I have something now called piriformis syndrome, and it takes about 6 weeks of physical therapy.
How has that injury affected your daily life?
Basically what I have to do now is that I have to do stretches 3 to 4 times a day, and I do go to physical therapy maybe about like once a week.
How were you injured?
Well, we do a lot of running in tennis, and so the repeated motion of the running hurt my knee.
What is the recovery process like from your standpoint?
The recovery process was hard because I wasn't allowed to do a lot of the things that other people on the team were to do, like all the conditioning and workouts and stuff. It's influenced my everyday life because it's hard. It hurts to walk and stuff, like on rainy days and stuff, and to walk up all the stairs and sit down and stuff.
Do you feel like there should be more safety restrictions in sports to lessen the possibility of injuries?
No, not really, because there's not really so many safety restrictions in tennis. You kind of have to hurt yourself. So.
How are you injured?
I tore my ACL and meniscus playing football. I planted my foot in the ground and tried to twist in and my knee popped, and that's how I tore my ACL and meniscus.
Okay. How has your injury influenced your daily life?
I don't really get to like run around and jog and kind of like do fast movements. I just have to walk around.
All right. And do you feel there should be more safety restrictions in sports to lessen the possibility of injuries?
No.
Okay. How were you injured?
I rolled my ankle freshman year of high school. Some fat 300-pound lineman picked me up and dropped me on my ankle rolled. Then he tripped and fell on top of me with my ankle rolled.
Okay. This out. What was the okay. What was the recovery process like from your standpoint?
Well, it's kind of tough. Like whenever I'm out and about and stuff, I have to just be careful not to roll my ankle or anything like that, kind of step in like a ditch, and I do like these stretches almost every morning to try and get it stronger and rebuild everything.
All right. And how has your injury influenced your daily life?
It really just, it doesn't help a lot because like whenever you're just going down steep hills and stuff like that, you really like, I try not to like let my ankle give out and stuff like that, because then if it rolls, like it basically just destroys all the recovery I've gotten, because it just starts back from day one again if it rolls again.
And do you feel like there should be more safety restrictions to lessen the injuries?
I don't really think like you need more restrictions. I mean, people are going to get injured, really. It's a part of the game of football or any sport for that matter. But I mean, you have trainers and everything like that, and usually, yeah, I think it's pretty much as good as it's really going to get.
All right. Athletes face an incredible amount of pressure and responsibility, but also have the mind and heart to keep pushing themselves even when they're at their breaking point.
Okay, I love dance because I like the feeling that when you're like a pep rally or a stadium, the crowd's like going like super crazy, like they're so hyped. It's just a lot of fun.
I like football because I get to play with my friends and have fun. And
I love tennis because it's a place where I can go where I don't have to think about school or anything, and it's just a group of people who like support me in whatever I do.
I love football because it's great to come home with a W.